Hello everybody! Welcome to English for Starters for the 11th grade, the scientific section.
Alexander Graham Bell. In this episode, we're going to talk about Alexander Graham Bell. Bell's telephone.
All of us have telephones in our homes. We usually answer the telephone when it rings. Or when we want to talk to somebody, we dial the number and talk. It's so easy. But have you ever wondered how the telephone works or who invented the telephone? In this lesson, we're going to know all about that. Let's start with these pictures. On March the 10th, 1876, in Boston, Massachusetts, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Thomas Watson actually made the device, a crude thing made of a wooden stand, a funnel, a cup of acid, and some copper wire. But these simple parts and the equally simple first telephone call, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want you," hide a complicated past.
Who did invent the telephone and when?
Alexander Graham Bell from Scotland invented the first telephone. It was on March the 10th, 1876.
What was the first telephone made of?
The first telephone was made of a wooden stand, a funnel, a cup of acid, and some copper wire.
Bell filed his application just hours before his competitor, Elisha Gray, filed notice to soon patent a telephone himself. Though neither man had actually built a working telephone, Bell made his telephone operate 3 weeks later using ideas outlined in Gray's notice of invention, methods Bell did not propose in his own patent.
The story of the telephone is similar to the story of the invention itself. Bell developed new and original ideas, but did so by building on older ideas and developments. Bell succeeded specifically because he understood acoustics, the study of sound, and something about electricity. Why was Alexander Graham Bell successful?
Bell was successful because he developed new and original ideas, but did so by building on older ideas and developments. He also understood acoustics, the study of sound, and something about electricity.
Other inventors knew electricity well, but knew little of acoustics. The telephone is therefore a shared accomplishment among many pioneers. Although the credit and rewards were not shared equally, that too is often the story of invention.
True or false? The telephone is a shared accomplishment among many pioneers.
This is true.
Telephone comes from the Greek word tele, meaning from afar, and phone, meaning voice or voiced sound. Generally, a telephone is any device that conveys sound over a distance. A string telephone, a megaphone, or a speaking tube might be considered telephonic instruments. But for our purposes, there are not telephones. These transmit sound mechanically and not electrically.
What does the word telephone mean?
Telephone comes from the Greek word tele, meaning from afar, and phone meaning voice or voiced sound. Generally, a telephone is any device which conveys sound over a distance.
How's that? Speech is sound in motion. Talking produces acoustic pressure. Speaking into the tin of a string telephone, for example, makes the line vibrate, causing sound waves to travel from one end to the stretched line to the other. But a telephone reproduces sound by electrical means. The Victorians called this talking by lightning.
Here we come to the end of this episode. For any questions or suggestions, please contact us on the following addresses. See you. Bye-bye.